I found when it comes to horses' health that people have a tendency to concentrate on just a few body systems. So things like the ulcers, so they might look at the digestive system, but they only look at it in relation to ulcers. Or they'll look at the musculoskeletal system because they're worried about lameness and pain. Now, fascia has come on the forefront of that, which is great, but there is a whole host of other bodily systems that largely get sort of ignored. So I want to talk about them today. So I'm going to come up with my 4, but I encourage you to come up with yours and share them in the comments. I think that horses are so multidimensional that sometimes we start to focus in one area or the other, and we actually forget about looking at all the different pieces together. So help me put those pieces together by adding your specific interest or your specific expertise or where you think we should concentrate more, and add that to the comments. I think the first system that we should be paying more attention to is the digestive system. And not just because of ulcers, and not because of the new research on the microbiome, and not because just of leaky gut, but how much the digestive system affects everything else, because it's such a foundational system for the horse's health. If their digestive system is off, it's going to throw so many other things off. The second system that I think needs more attention is the nervous system. We have a tendency to talk about the nervous system when we talk about EPM because we talk about the nerves. But there's so much more to the nervous system. And I think when it comes to our horse's health, we need to pay more attention to their nervous system state. So we need to know, are they in sympathetic, parasympathetic? Are they in fight, flight, freeze, fawn? Where are they? How is their mental health, really? Are they having enough play and interaction? Are they motivated to do their job? Is their nervous system working well, or is it overloaded? Is it in a constant state of stress? The third system that I think we need to pay more attention to is the endocrine. So we have a tendency to think about the endocrine system when we're talking about breeding or mare issues. But I also want to talk about the endocrine system because that has a lot to do with our metabolic disease that we're seeing in horses. But we also know that the endocrine system is so pervasive throughout the body, meaning there's so many different feedback loops and interactions of hormones that it's a very complex system. And understanding endocrinology can really make a big difference in our horse's health. The fourth system that I don't think we talk enough about is structural integrity. So you could say to me, that's not really a system, Rebecca. No, it's actually an accumulation of systems. It talks about fascia and connective tissue, bones, ligaments, tendons, biomechanics, posture, compensation, and even things like hoof balance. And that's a lot. But it's a little bit different than the musculoskeletal system because we have a tendency to think about bones, ligaments, stuff like that. Structural integrity is looking at how it all interacts as a whole and how one part can affect the other part. So what would you like to add? What do you think we don't talk about enough? What would you like me to make a video on? Or what would you like to share in the comment section about what you think we should concentrate more on when we think about our horse's health? What system do you think really quietly affects almost everything around it and it's not given enough attention?